Hello. Today, we're going to be looking back at the VBL-S Season 1. Because the regular season just ended, I will... spoilers, I made the playoffs, so I will be recording those as separate videos and posting them. I started this channel in the middle of the season, which is why I didn't upload videos from the regular season games, but I will for the playoffs. And we're just going to look back at my team and how everything went. The way the way I joined the league, I was just browsing the subreddit for VGC, and there was a guy asking people wanted to join a league, and I had wanted to start with my friends, but none of my friends do competitive, are interested in competitive Pokemon. So I said I was interested, and here we are. Going into the draft, I did not know how I would do, what I would do. All I knew was I wanted G-Max Venusaur. I wanted Sun, G-Max Venusaur and Torkoal and something like that. And I had no idea how I would do for the season because I've only gotten competitive this year and I don't really know how good I am, if I'm good, if I'm bad, if I'm average, all that. My goal was to just not come last and learn and then do well next season. And I did better than I expected, and that's nice for me. So, we started off with my first pick, which is G-Max Venusaur, because, like I said, my plan was to get Sun. And also, Venusaur Sun team was the first team I used in competitive in Series 4, I think it was. And I'm a little partial to it. Then we go with my next pick, which I don't remember if it was Talonflame or Klefki. It's one of the two because both Torkoal and Ninetales went before my next pick came around. So no Sun from there. And my plan was to get Vulpix later, but that also got snagged. So I had to have Manual Sun. And I have both Talonflame and Klefki with Sunny Day, Prankster Sunny Day on Klefki, and Tailwind and Talonflame for even more speed control. And those are just good support mons. Talonflame also works well offensively sometimes. Originally, the Luxray, I'm one of my mascot and has good utility. It's kind of like budget Arcanine. I'm not going to go over the team too much, but did any Clang plus minus. Never ended up using it, but that was the thought. Dracloak I got because it was good support T4, and Silvally has it was nice because I have 3 electric types, and it could fill out some of my other typing that I was missing. So it could be every type. The other 3 Pokemon, Rotom was originally Dracozolt, and I don't know, I just felt like Dracozolt didn't really fit with my team. I thought Rotom was a lot better, and I traded that out in free agency, and I'm pretty proud. I'm happy about that decision. Rotom's been doing well for me. Gallade was originally Skarmory, but I already had Tailwind with Talonflame, so I don't really know if I did Skarmory. I think maybe a little bit of beat up stuff, weak armor with Dracloak, but I was talking with someone, and no, I was talking with Sam X, who's in the draft league, and he suggested I should take Gallade because it works with beat up and Dracloak, and Gallade has a huge move pool, it's insane what its move pool is, and it surprised me, and I'm really like Gallade. And then Brionne was originally Wailord, who I brought game 1, and spoilers, it 4-0'd. Well, no, it didn't 4-0, but it got 4 kills. I got all 4 kills game 1, and then I'll talk more about that when I talk about that game. But I realized Brionne had the same speed, same special attack, and also had Water Pledge. It could work with Silvally or Venusaur Grass Pledge for more speed control. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, just it has a lot more options than Wailord. Yeah, that's where you're at. And if we go to now we are going to go over the games sort of like short little way. We go to week 1 and LBL versus NYN. I was going. Oh, you can't see this. 1 second. I need to make this. Sorry. Boom. NYN. I am LBL, Libertyville X-Rays, and I was going up against Sam X, who was talking about earlier, and his team. At the moment, it was different, a little different then. Was this, and so he has Sand with T-Tar Excadrill, he has Trick Room with Mimikyu Reuniclus, and that's basically it. Like his other ones are just like there. And like I said, game 1, I 4-0 with Wailord, which is nice. Well, not I don't know what to call it. And then games 2 and 3. Game 2, I was Reuniclus kind of destroyed me because I didn't have a good answer. I probably should have brought Silvally Dark. And game 3, I led Klinklang instead of Wailord in the back. I don't remember too much about that game. I'm not going to go over replays here. But I just know that if I had brought Wailord in the back instead of leading Klinklang, my Joyce Band Klinklang, I think that it might have gone a bit differently. So I started off the season with a loss. And it's funny that I started with a loss there because that was the game I prepped the most by far, like many hours, because I didn't know what was acceptable. And then I realized and then I got a sense of how I should prep later on. We go back to, okay, I remember who my next opponent was. My next opponent was Shadowfax, the Brooklyn Kangas. And this is his team now. I know he had Charizard there. And I think he had Rotom Ice there. His team. Now, Whimsicott is very good support. I also, in this game, I think I won by just dealing with the Whimsicott, and then taking late game. Because once I got rid of the Whimsicott, he couldn't really do too much, and that was a 2-0. And the next game was against James Dallenbell and at Scion, who is his assistant coach. This is a team now. He did not have Sneasel Terrakion last time. I think his team has changed like drastically, if I can remember right. But I went into it. I was like very scared about Galarian Weezing, so I ended up having an entrainment Dedenne. So I could entrainment like plus or minus or whatever, kind of useless for him, onto his Weezing and it would get rid of neutralizing gas. But he didn't end up bringing Weezing, so I didn't bring Dedenne to any of the actual games. And I'm pretty sure I just won by spamming Heat Wave with Silvally and Talonflame, and he just couldn't really do much to that. Okay, it was week 4, Poppin' Fresh. I need to double check this. Week 4 was, against the Phoenix Suns, and Poppin' Fresh is his name. So this team is really scary. He has Porygon Z, which has kind of been his main damage dealer. He also has Excalibur Palisand, which is scary. And this is a really good team, I think. And I remember I led Klefki and Venusaur. The Venusaur was Assault Vest, very bulky, and Klefki Light Screen, which made the max strikes like a 3 or 4 hit KO. I think he actually crit me game 1 through the Light Screen and did like over 2/3, but I ended up winning that. I was really scared about Selgar Palisand, and he didn't, and I think might have over prepared for it, and he didn't even bring it. But if he did, like it's really strong against my team. Um, if we go back, um, week 5. Let me think. Okay, I went to 5. Was this one against Sticky? Yeah, I need to check this again. Week 5. Yes, this was against Sticky and the Nova Scotia Seeking. Like his team is also drastically changed. Like he had Escavalier, Kofagrigas, I don't know how to pronounce it. And Dracovish, and yeah, I think he's made like maximum roster changes. But he had a very strong Trick Room option, and my team does not have a very good way to deal with Trick Room. I like found out better ways later on. And he also had Volcarona for redirection. And I'm gonna be honest, I sleep powdered a Scavalier, even though it gets the ability overcoat because my Venusaur wasn't doing much, and I just took, and I thought the reward was higher than the risk for if he was overcoat, then okay, dead turn, but if he wasn't, then boom, sleep him. And it turns out he meant to be overcoat, but he actually wasn't overcoat, so it kind of got a win there that I shouldn't have, and I feel bad about it, but that's probably happened other times. And then, let me see again. If I go, I believe week 6 was against the English Espions, who at the time, he was undefeated, and I was in 3rd place, I believe. So this was really big for me, because he has Dragapult, Sylveon, Swine, Scarf Darmanitan was kind of scary. It's like really strong. But I used weakness policy Venusaur because I was expecting max airstream with Dragapult, but his Dragapult was support, and his main, if I remember correctly, he maxed Espeon at twice. I don't remember who maxed the other time. It was 3 games, and I ended up winning and breaking and toppling the undefeated person team. I should probably sit up. And that made me happy. And I don't remember. I believe I moved into 2nd place then. And I brought him down to 3rd. And if I can go back to the schedule. So week 7, I played the Utah Umbreons. I remember I was excited because early in the week, the number 1 team lost. So I was happy because if I won, then I can move into number 1. And I thought, okay, I don't know. Okay, well, this mon is supposed to be Weavile. The image isn't showing up. But I was excited. I was confident. I did mocks. And then he just completely destroyed me. Game 1, for some reason I forgot Gardevoir set up Trick Room. Not an excuse. I should have known that. And he destroyed me. And then game 2, I tried to KO the Gardevoir turn 1. I wasn't able to, but he wasn't even setting up Trick Room. It was a weakness policy Drifblim with Shadow Sneak Gardevoir, and he destroyed me then again. So I was not able to go into 1st place. Everybody, I believe numbers 1, 2, and 3 all lost. That we were all 5-1, and we all lost that week. It's kind of interesting, and that spooked me a bit for going into later. If I go back to the schedule, okay, so that put me at 5-2, and I was starting to think about playoffs. And there were 3 games left. Pretty sure if I won 2 of them, as long as I won 2 of them, I would be in. And the next game was against, oh my god, it's Daddy and the Seattle Supersonic Booms. And again, my team doesn't have a good Trick Room answer, and I was very scared of Follow Me Trick Room with Togekiss and Dusclops. So my answer to that was, wait, what was it? I actually don't remember what my answer to that was. Oh yeah, it was I had both Trick Room and Taunt on Gallade. So if he followed me, I would just Trick Room, which isn't affected by Follow Me, to reverse his own Trick Room, and do damage turn 1, and then turn 2. If he followed me again, I would kill it with Venusaur, and then taunt the Dusclops. And if I remember right, game 1 he didn't even lead Togekiss, so I just taunted the Dusclops and Venusaur. I believe, yeah, I brought Assault Vest Venusaur again because he's very special oriented, except for Serena and, well, like these three. And game 2, he adapted well, and I kind of didn't focus on the Dragology until it had, like, I think it like hugely boosted, and I had no good way, and I couldn't finish him off. Then game 3, I adapted his adaptation. I don't remember exactly, and I took the win. Sorry for all the clicking noises. That's just me fidgeting. And then the next game was against Aconite and the Borealis Beartix. And so he's a very Trick Room oriented team with Hatterene and DD, Psyspam, Gmax Snorlax, Mudsdale. He also has Dugtrio, Tentacruel for Bulldoze, Clear Body, Venus Policy, Tailwind with Fletchling, though it's a very slow team, so I'm not sure why he needs Tailwind. And Galvantula has Speed Swap, so another advantage. And I went into it with my own Bulldoze, Gallade, and Weakness Policy Klinklang, even though Clear Body Klinklang, even though he has also Dugtrio and Tentacruel for Bulldoze and Clear Body. And yeah, and then game 1, he Dynamax Mudsdale, and I don't remember if I also had coaching on Gallade to boost defense. I don't remember if I coachinged or if I bulldozed, but he crit me through my defense boost, which killed me turn 1, but I was able to win with Rotom in the back. And then game 2, I had Klinklang Gallade in the back with other people up front. I know Rotom was there, and I was able to just kind of destroy with Rotom. It was a Assault Vest, so he couldn't really do much because Mudsdale stab Rotom's immune to. And yeah, and I won that, and I clinched playoffs. Then I went up against Time Guy and the Hamilton High Dragons. It was Cinderace. And I actually built 2 teams for this week. One of them was a complete meme team with Perish Song and Whirlpool Brion. And I was debating it, but I decided not to bring my actual team because I already clinched, so it didn't matter too much. And game 1, I remember I won. Like, this was recent. I don't know why I don't remember too much about it. And then game 2, Comfy Goodra destroyed me. Game 3. What happened game 3? Oh yeah, game 3. If I had maxed Venusaur 1 turn earlier, I probably would have won. But I didn't. Bad play by me. And whatchamacallit? Sorry. Because when I maxed, the Cinderace woke up and KO'd me through my Max and Sun, which makes sense. And I just wasted my Dynamax. But I would have killed it if I had a max turn. And whatever, never mind. and I lost. But I didn't really care too much because I had already clinched playoffs. It's just seeding. And now, if we go to standings, because of that win, he took first place in the because he hadn't clinched at the time, because even though he's in first now with the same record, the guy who was supposed to play the week before was a little bit behind, so we ended up actually playing before, and he was, let me think, 5-3 when I was 6-2, and but then the guy he was playing before ended up having to forfeit, and I am now in third place, and I don't, let me just see. He hasn't played yet. Okay, even if Crocodile Dundee wins with a +8, so I am locked in third place for the playoffs next week. Time Guy's in first, and this is the standings at the moment of filming this. Excuse me, I think I just burped. I don't know if you heard that. That's kind of gross. Sorry. And I'm not gonna edit that because I'm too lazy to edit. So I will be playing, if Crocodile Dundee wins with +2 or +1 differential or +3 differential, and it's a 2-1 set count, I will be playing him. If he wins with +4 or more, or +3 and a 2-0, and he wins the tiebreaker between English Espions, I'll be playing English Espions again. If he loses, then I will be playing the Phoenix Suns again. I'm kind of hoping that he wins with like +3 differential, 2-1, and I end up playing him because I haven't played him yet, and the other two I have played, and it'd be fun to play somebody else. But that's where we are now. And I'm very excited for next season. Like I said, I will be recording videos for the playoffs when they happen. And yeah, make sure you check this out. Thanks.